Warning, this podcast contains Superman. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Supergirl, Season 1, Episode 3, Fight or Flight. I'm your host, Dom. With me, my co-host, Cleo.
Hello.
Hello. My co-host, Rachel.
Hello.
Oh, hi. And my co-host, Erica.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
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 So what'd you guys think of this episode?
Freaking loved it.
Yeah, I was totally. Usually, I write notes. Like I said, I usually write notes, to keep my remind things and stuff. But this time, I have like maybe one or two because I was just totally just like
Staring at it the whole time.
Yeah.
Erica,
I
what'd
was
you
actually
think
I was actually watching it.
I really liked it. I don't get the criticism I'm seeing online.
Yeah, I don't either.
Now,
I think they're expecting her to be too much like Superman already, and she's not.
that's the whole thing is watching her become. This is basically the Smallville of Supergirl. It's the origin story,
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna preface with I love this series. All right, I did not like this episode. And that is mainly because of the fact that Superman got involved in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, that was kind of like, I mean, obviously it was a letdown for Kara, but
Yeah,
us too. So
Yeah.
sort of like, oh,
Yes, he exists. Yes, like blah blah blah. But now this is gonna bring up like, okay. So he agreed in that weird, awkward AOL Instant Message conversation.
I like that actually.
Yeah, that I'll stay, I won't be involved. So that kind of answers why he's not going to be around, but it's when Superman first was like, "Oh yeah, okay, she's here. I want to let her figure out her own path." Okay, so that explained why he's never been in her life beforehand. But then there's been this period where Jimmy is the one to bring her the cape. That should have been Superman doing that. That should have been her cousin. They haven't seen each other in how long, and he's not gonna go talk to her face to face. They're gonna chat through AOL Instant Messenger. Join me in chat room. Superheroes 1.
It's going to be kind of hard because I think they haven't figured it out because of the movies that are coming up and stuff like that. Who are they going to get to portray Superman?
The movies have nothing to do with this show.
Yeah,
I know, but
this
they're
show is in the
still-
Flash and Arrow universe.
Yeah, that's not why they haven't chosen actor. They haven't chosen actor because he's not going to be in it.
Yeah.
The man playing Superman, it doesn't matter right now.
Yeah, this DC universe that is created is completely yes, the movies they're trying to do their own MCU kind of thing where they're trying to connect everything. That's the rumor going around for the movies right now. With the whole new whatever the Suicide Squad and all that is now that they're going to try to unite the movies from there, but the TV shows are not involved in that, and the only way that they realistically can be is basically what the Flash has been exploring with the multiverse, and that's the only way they could really get away with explaining half of
That would be
what's
fun.
going on.
Yeah, but we also don't know what kind of connection or what kind of deal they have with the people making movies, saying, well, you can show somewhat images of, illusion of Superman being there, but you can't really show him. We don't know what.
Yeah, because Superman himself, there are rights and stuff that are locked down by certain groups, and we don't know, what's there. And
Oh, I see. I thought.
Yeah,
okay.
right holders.
I do like that they finally stopped beating around the bush and started calling him Superman.
Yeah.
Instead of the Man in Blue or my big friend or,
Yeah.
And I don't know for sure, but I still think that the guy playing Superman is Dean Cain. I mean,
the fill-in actor.
Yeah, the silhouette and the body shot. I know they gloss over it and they hide it, but I still imagine that's Dean Cain.
Okay.
Well, it'd be easy to hide on the thing because he's already part of the show. So
Right. So this week we kind of pick up exactly where last week left off, and I love that. I love when it just goes right to the point, you know, and it left off with the interview.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that it was immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But interview kind of did not go as Kara planned.
No.
Could have gone worse.
It
Could have
gone worse.
not sure
And
she had a plan
for
for
as
that.
much as what Kat put into like her article, they didn't say much. So it's like they didn't talk very much. They didn't say much. So it's like, she had to stretch some things a little bit.
Oh my god, and she was like
Yeah.
complaining about a buzzing. It's like, I'm like, honey, it's not the buzzing.
It's you.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Shut up and write your goddamn article.
She had a
She's
little
always
bit.
going on about how she's such hot shit, and then she's like, I can't write with this buzzing. I need all natural coffee. It's like, oh my god.
I know. I need natural coffee. She was just going on about this coffee. I'm like, seriously?
She always like that.
That's
when
gonna
she
help.
writes. Well, people have been known to take their vacations around it.
that was one of the best lines.
I don't know. I thought that when you guys mentioned the whole texting, I actually almost came to tears of that. It was kind of like a sweet kind of gesture. I mean, they haven't, it seems real, they haven't had their family, but they were like, can't like come together as family. So it's kind of like sad in a way. You know what I mean? So it's, him like you saying, well, I shouldn't have butted in. But at the same time, it was someone that he's wanted to fight before. And so that's like really the only connection. Someone that he's fought before. But I thought it was sweet. He was just like, what's family for?
Yeah.
It's kind of the reverse now. He's looking out for her instead of the other way around.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what her big gripe is she's like, I'm the older one. I was just caught in the negative zone for a little bit, and I was supposed to have this role. I was supposed to be the one everybody's talking about, so there's a little envy, involved for sure, but it's more that she's just trying to stand out and be her own person than anything,
I think it's more frustration that she can't get out of the shadow.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is a slight, very, very slight bit of envy, but it is definitely not consuming her.
Yeah, trying to find her ways. It's basically her getting her ass kicked every time.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I mean, yeah, she probably does want to step out of Superman's shadow, but wearing red and blue tights with an S on it is not the way to do that.
But I also think
But she has a skirt.
that she doesn't want to be completely separate from him either.
Right, but that's also her, like, she didn't pick it because Superman did that. Like, maybe the colors, but I don't know the significance of the colors in terms of Superman and Krypton and all that, but the S, that's their house, the House of El. That's like their family coat of arms,
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's the colors. That's
it
just
probably is also the colors. And I mean, the belt that she picked is I noticed last episode was the same that her mother wears.
Right.
The gold belt around is the same one her mother wears.
Yeah.
War.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I totally get the family crest keeping that. Like, that's an obvious choice. And then, the colors, if they are like her hometown football team's colors, then yeah, she should be wearing those.
Kind of like like the Tardans in Scotland and stuff. Their kilts. It's just their colors.
Yeah. House colors, like Harry Potter.
Like Harry Potter.
And what I really liked this episode though was the villain Reactron.
Oh man, yeah. Had a very Whiplash vibe to him.
It did.
First thing I thought was Iron Man much?
Yeah.
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 Basically Iron Man.
But with like the Whiplash villain vibe.
Right. But I think the part that I liked the most about it is because it was established as a villain that Superman himself has fought many times and was unable
failed.
to defeat and failed. And then Kara was able to step up with the help of her team. Not her alone, but it's the help of her team that made this, a reality.
And she said that before, that she doesn't want to fight like Clark because Clark does everything on his own.
Right.
She doesn't want to do that.
Yeah,
It's a very lonely life.
Yep. So I definitely like that. I thought that was
Yeah, it looks like this is a job for Supergirl.
yeah. And even Clark like acknowledging that, at the end through the chat room. It was really cool.
Because I think this show does a really good job of taking every like bad stereotype of a female superhero and saying, hey, that's the exact opposite of what we want.
Yeah. I loved though when Winslow was just like Clark Kent is Superman.
Oh, God, that was so fun.
They're like we're talking over here. Just shh. And they're talking.
Because you saw Kara was like, eee.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say that.
Wasn't it James that said it?
Oh, yeah, it was.
Say Clark. Like,
Yeah.
Clark don't want that or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
Clark Kent is Superman? He's like, oh,
I know
crap.
his mind just blew right there.
Yeah.
It was gone.
Like
But
they
I
moved
love how
on
he
to a
didn't
completely
feel the
different
necessity
conversation.
to. I love he didn't have the necessity to be like, don't tell anyone because he's already holding Kara's big secret. So I think it just comes with the job at that point. Is
Oh yeah.
But
If you're going to be on the inside, you got to keep your mouth shut.
yeah. So how about their new little headquarters?
I love it.
I like that.
It needs a decorator.
Well, yeah, but it's.
Well, when the Arrow Cave started off, it was not glamorous at all. So, I mean,
is
par
very
for the
true.
course.
They need to paint the walls and they need some furniture.
Hang up some posters, like a kitty hanging on a tree branch.
Yeah, hang in there.
I actually want them to have a hang in there kitty poster now.
I know,
want
right?
it to happen.
I would just, if that happened in one of the, we'd all be texting each other.
Right?
Not to drag another show into something we compare to Heroes, but I'm pretty sure that dress Kara wore is the exact same dress that Molly wears.
Right.
Because she put it on, I was like, I've seen that dress before.
Yeah, the green one with the black lace in it.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. That's. Of course,
The
we
dress
already
is foolproof, though.
have one other, pair show for heroes, so.
Yeah, but it was at that moment actually when she walked into that party, right, and she was wearing the dress and she stood in front of the big poster of Supergirl. I legitimately looked at the two of them and I was like, I wouldn't realize that those are the same people.
They look nothing alike.
Not at all.
It's amazing.
And we sat there and we I know we mentioned in the pilot at least. I wasn't here last week, but we mentioned the pilot like how would she be working for this company and it's a little different from Clark because it's literally just glasses that he puts on and off. She's completely doing her hair and everything.
Well, then again, she's in a position where she's basically invisible.
Yeah. And it's
kind of like an Iris in American Horror Story. She's just invisible.
And there's something about the way she moves her face when she's in the Supergirl outfit as opposed to being just regular Kara. Like she does a lot more squinty eye things when she's Kara, and when she's Supergirl, her face is more like soft.
Well, when she's Supergirl, she's more confident. She feels powerful. She feels more, like assertive and stuff. But when she was Kara, she feels like that little nerd, little shy nerd kind of introvert.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yep.
So, and, speaking of the party, the whole Cat and Maxwell Lord thing, I'm like, dude, they had a thing.
Yeah, they did. Maxwell Lord is such a fucking asshole.
He wants a Dr. Pepper.
I don't know. Who is Maxwell Lord? 'Cause I know he's a character. He's a big character, but I don't know.
He
is,
is,
and
I don't know what he is. Also a villain, and I can't for the life of me remember what villain he is. All I remember of him is that he's like, we talked about this last week, Rachel. I said, I know Maxwell Lord. All I can remember is that he's an asshole.
He's an asshole. You're like, I have to go talk to my brother. He's an asshole. Yeah, I still like the one thing that just sticks out of me so far. I mean, is she's more human. She's more relatable. She's more, I mean, even though she has these superpowers, you can still relate to her awkwardness and her learning things and trying to, make a difference in the world.
Just looked up Maxwell Lord real quick, and in the comics, he is a powerful businessman who is very influential in the formation of Justice League International. So he was not a villain.
I swear that there's a version of him that's a villain.
I don't know. He might be.
He's confirmed as a metahuman with the ability to telepathically influence people's minds.
Oh, no. I remember. He makes like an organization called Checkmate, which is like set up to protect the world, but ends up being like
That was in Smallville.
real bad. Was it?
That was in Smallville. That was not in the comics.
Checkmate is in the comics.
Yeah.
Checkmate is Amanda Waller.
No.
Yeah, he had nothing to do with Checkmate in the comics, though.
You sure?
That's what I'm reading. I'm reading that it happened in Smallville. In this incarnation, he's the Black King of an organization known as Checkmate. That was done for the TV show. So they may have had some comic that was tied into Smallville that was attached to, but
I think it was in Infinite. Shit, is it Infinite Earths? Something.
Who knows?
Let's.
You start getting in the DC multiverse, it resets every year. So
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah.
It is true.
it's weird.
It is weird.
But he does love his Dr. Pepper, and I must appreciate that.
So, what's all our take on the whole? What kind of alien her sister's boss is?
I don't know.
that's the villain.
No, he's not an alien. He's a cyborg.
Okay.
Oh,
He's not the cyborg. He is a cyborg.
A cyborg. He I don't know. His little thing, he was like, yeah, I can never remember her name for the life of me. Why? I don't know. Can never remember her sister's name.
Yeah. I mean, but like some of the other stuff that I respect it, but it bothers me at the same time is the all the like the tie-ins to like Superman. Like I get that this show is tied to Superman. I get that. But like just bringing Lucy Lane in, it's like, oh, that's Lois's younger sister, and it's just like okay,
I wanted to vomit.
Yeah, we don't
I
need
think
that.
I think they're trying to get people that like Superman into this.
Right.
So
I
they
get
have
that.
to have some like, some common characters, some characters that they recognize and like, oh, okay. I don't think they're going to stick around for much.
Oh, the placement of the Lane sister was kind of telling, because that was when she was going to go and confess her love to Jimmy.
Right.
And
Yeah.
oh, look, his ex-girlfriend is there trying to patch things up. It's like,
I wanted to punch her in the face.
It's just, I guess the part that bothered me is just the fact that she's a Lane. Like, there's so much room in the show to not tie things to Superman, because it's already tied to Superman, and Kara's already trying to break away from that. And yes, Lois is not Superman, but she works with them. I just want some original characters, and I guess Lucy kind of is slightly original, but I don't think it needs the tie. Like, Jimmy's enough of a tie as it is. We don't need further ties, and it could have been any girl that would played his ex-girlfriend. It didn't necessarily have to be Lois Lane's sister.
It's almost, I mean, they like last week, Christy and I were talking about, the whole dreading the love triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now it's like a freaking square. Come on.
Yeah.
now.
It's going to be a dodecahedron by the end of the season.
It's not that I don't mind the Lane part. I mind that it's another like stupid cog in a stupid love wheel, and it's just like, great, thanks.
TV shows have to have these love wheels.
but this is convoluted though, because there's the two guys trying to go after Kara, and then Kara's trying to go after Jimmy, but he's got this other girl, and then you have the whole, now they introduce the whole Maxwell Lord and cat thing, and it's like, where'd that come from? And it's like,
I know.
so much romance in this freaking show. This is stupid.
It's not
It's just-
necessary.
I know,
It's too
not-
much.
It's like they're thinking, oh, it's a female lead, so let's add some romance. We could do without it.
I mean, there's a lot of male lead shows have a lot of romance, but I just think for this, this show, it just feels like too much too soon.
Oh yeah. They need to develop the characters a little more, develop themselves before they start.
Don't get me wrong. I want Superman on the show. I want to see his face. Like, that's a thing I want, but I don't even want it in the first season. And I feel like in episode 3, we've already had too much Superman.
Well, he says he won't be back, so
Right.
we'll see how it
So
goes
I
from
don't
there.
think he'll be in for a long time.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
That's
I don't think we're going to have a casted actor in the role for at least the second season.
Yeah.
But I'm just sick of all the mentions and,
Oh.
correlations and everything.
Well, until
It's
she
going
starts-
to happen. I understand that, but I'm already sick of it.
It's like until she starts really showing them that she is different from him, or that she can handle things on her own without him, as Kat would say, being the millennial, calling mommy and daddy when things don't
Which
go
makes
okay.
me really mad. Like that whole argument made me really mad.
But I do like when she was like, well, how do you know millennial? How do you know she's a millennial? She's far older than that.
But she's
But-
not at the same time.
No, she isn't at the same.
She's like my age, right?
Yeah.
Well, she was 13. And how long was she in the void space?
That's see the void
Oh,
space.
well, if you don't count the void, if you don't count the phantom.
That's what I'm saying. Because negative zone time technically doesn't pass.
Yeah.
So that's why she didn't age. So
But
is she really? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, can you count the time that was spent in there as part of her age?
I think she's counting it. Because that's what it sounds like. So how do you know she's a millennial? It's like she could be old.
Well, it's more like
Date of birth and age would be different in that
Yeah.
particular situation. But that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying is can we count that as her age?
No.
Because wasn't she in cryostasis?
Yeah.
So
I don't think you can count that as her age.
So she wasn't like active. She wasn't like alive and aware and still like absorbing information and experience during that time. She was in stasis.
Yeah, so I don't know how you go about that. I mean, some people that are going to be counting that, and there's some people that aren't. So I don't know. Maybe they'll address that at some point.
Yeah. I mean, yes, her date of birth is not going to change, obviously. So that's going to technically make her physical age.
She's 20 years old. Well, she's 13 years older than Clark. But how long was she in the? She was in there, what, 20 years? Because Clark was.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just saying, like, her physical age, like, her date of birth, that age is always going to stay the same, but her mental age has not changed.
No.
So it's kind of a weird situation when you think about it.
She's probably around 25, mid-20s.
Yeah.
Would they even have a dated birth, so to speak, because she wasn't born on this planet?
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
they had
No,
to-
but they probably went
Well,
12
that's
years
Krypton.
back and picked that year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think her aunt is up to?
Who fucking knows?
Who knows?
We have no mention of her this episode.
Yeah, because
crazy.
it wasn't an alien thing. It
Right.
was a good old fashioned human thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even what is the name of that company that is like
DO,
DEO?
GG.
Yeah, the DEO. They're just like, how many non-aliens are we gonna see? And that brings in a good point, because I would love to see more non-aliens.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this whole show does not have to be aliens all the time.
Meta human.
Well, just like the one we had this episode, he was going after her only because she was related to Superman.
Right. And
he's made a lot of enemies, so who's to say that there's not going to be more going after her?
right. And I'm glad that this is something that they established so early into the show. And it's not like, oh, we're 2 seasons in and now we're gonna fight our first non-alien. Like, because that would seem like, oh, they're running out of ideas. But when it's done in the beginning of the show, it seems fresh. So, do you guys agree with what Jimmy did by contacting Superman in the first place?
You want to know what's hilarious?
Do but don't.
Yeah, I agreed with Jimmy, but then when she was yelling at him, I agreed with her, and I was just like, I agree with everyone. Everyone is right.
Well,
and everyone is
did,
wrong.
He did it because, like what he said, when he's in trouble, it's all a reflex. And he's starting to care for her, and he didn't want her to get hurt, and he let his emotions kind of take over, and sloppy, kissy, kissy. That kind of thing happens.
Plenty of time for that.
Yeah. Almost, but then he just ruined the whole coming down on all the... He ruined that moment right there, Stupid Iron Man wannabe.
I mean, I get where Jimmy was coming, and he's like, yeah, I always do this, and, this is my go-to problem, and
it's
this
a
is why
security
he sent me here. Yeah, this is why he sent me here, and I get that. But before he explained himself, I was like, no, why? Why would you do that? So I guess I kind of fit in the same category as Cleo on this one.
Yeah, that's been happening way too much lately.
It needs to stop. I need to stop going on vacation. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Soft.
I go on vacation for a week, and me and Cleo start agreeing on things. It's the end of the world as we know it. Mm-hmm. We're even agreeing on the fact that we're agreeing about stuff, and that's terrible. So that's just further proof.
Shut it down.
I'm curious. At first, I thought her sister was going to die. Or he was
I did too. I thought he was going to stab her.
That would have been terrible.
But he doesn't seem like he's against them. He's like almost like working with them, but not telling them. There's a different motive. He doesn't. He's not. I don't think he's on the side of bad.
No.
So he just.
I think he's
keep himself undercover.
Yeah, I think he's like Amanda Waller, where he's like for the security of the nation and the people and stuff, but then does like really shitty things behind the scenes.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't think he's against her. He might be. I don't know what he is.
I don't know either. He's a very good mystery.
Well, we'll find out sooner or later.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully sooner than later.
I don't know, but his ears always crack me up. I don't know why. When he's on screen, I stare at his ears.
What do you guys think about Kat actually writing her own article?
I think that she's a diva, and when she's obviously a good writer. That's not the question. Right. The question is she writes so rarely that when she does, she has this like artistic breakdown.
She has anxiety.
Yeah.
Kind of like someone that danced for like a lot of years, but now they're teaching it. They're not dancing as much. Yeah. But then you go try to dance again, and you're a little rusty.
But she won't take no. Like she won't take criticism.
Right. No, she doesn't. Well, she doesn't think she needs it.
She's the diva.
And she hears noises, and I just looked. She's like, "Well, I have really good hearing, and I don't hear anything."
I have alien superhuman hearing.
And I don't hear the buzzing. Oh.
Yep.
I have to schedule vacations around her writing.
It's so bad. I love
it. It is. But like we said, like you saw last week, Calista Flockhart plays an excellent diva bitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she has the resting bitch face down to science.
She's really good at that. I'm just, how is she
It helps
not gonna
also
know?
that her eyebrows never move.
Yeah.
Botox.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
She's smiling, she's frowning, she's even lifting her eyebrows up in awe and wonder.
And she's just moving. Like this.
Yeah.
I'm smiling, can't you see?
You see her whole muscles of her forehead go up when she's like... But the eyebrows don't move, so it's like...
Yeah.
I'm smiling. I'm laughing right now.
Exaggerating
Oh,
a little bit exaggeration. But I want to know, like, how does she not know what's going on in her tower that they have, like, the super cave, like, in her building? Like, I understand she's not going to go to these floors and look, but she's paying people to do that for her.
No one wanted the office because the guy died in it.
I guess.
So no one's gone in it. No one wants it. So they just leave it.
What's his name had to get a key, so he probably was like, "Hey, I just need like a place to do a project or something."
Oh, yeah. He's a tech guy.
He's also a tech guy, so like maybe he was like, "I have some equipment that needs storing. Can I use this dead guy's office that nobody wants?"
Do you ever think it's gonna come into play that somebody's gonna go into that room and?
Yes.
You think that that's gonna be something down the line? Do you think it's something that's gonna show up in this season?
Yes.
Possibly.
Where would an alternative be to put the super cave?
I don't know.
Because they're not going to be able to keep it there forever, in my opinion.
Because in Arrow, they change caves basically every season.
More or less.
So.
Shh! It's still underneath the nightclub to me right now.
Yeah, you guys have anything else for this episode?
One
really like
other thing. I don't know if you guys even noticed it. The director guy, what kind of alien is he? Because you saw his eyes turn red and he just knew that...
Yeah, that's what
we were saying he's a cyborg. His character in the DCU is a cyborg.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he's an alien because he's very against aliens.
Right.
But, like we said, we don't think
he's not human.
Good. He's not good. He's not fighting on... I don't know. He's not fighting for evil, but he's not like... I don't know.
Maxwell Lord saying that.
No.
Oh, no. I sorry. I must not made myself clear. I was talking about the...
That's why I kind of was like, wait a minute. Y'all just said...
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Not Maxwell. Maxwell's a person.
Yeah.
No, sorry if I didn't make myself clear. I was talking about the director.
I don't know. Maxwell just seemed very cool and collected. Like he gets kidnapped every day.
Yeah, he's so nonchalant about it.
Explain. There you
go. I'm curious if he's in on whatever's going on with things and stuff.
Maybe.
Quite possibly.
So,
he is a douchebag.
He is.
He's a douchebag.
Next week, the episode is called "How Does She Do It?" Kara's pulled in opposite directions when she babysits Kat's son while trying to stop a series of bombings.
Oh, wait, Kat has a son?
Oh, that kid's going to be an asshole.
I was like, wait. Oh, God. She has a son. Please tell me it's not Lord's son.
Maybe. It says Kara's two identities are stretched thin. When Supergirl must protect National City from a series of bombings, Kara is tasked with babysitting Kat's son, Carter. Also, James is conflicted when his ex-girlfriend Lucy Lane seeks to rekindle their relationship.
Tell her to take a hike. Lane's in this show.
Here, let me get you a bus ticket back to the other city. Sorry.
I know it's too soon, but I still need a Flash Arrow tie-in, just a mention. Just mention the Green Lantern, or not Green Lantern, the Green Arrow. The Green Arrow, just mention the Flash. Just whet our appetites. That's all.
Or we suspect something big is happening in the Flash soon, so maybe just on the TV, the event, something that happens.
Flash mentions stuff in news broadcasts all the time in the background of stuff that's going on in Arrow, and Arrow's got little nuances that tease Flash stuff. So just some we know it's the same universe. We know that we're not going to have any major crossovers in the first season. Just little stuff. Even a newspaper article just on the TV in Kat's room, just be all the stuff that other newspapers are scooping them on.
Yeah.
Somebody ends up having Catco magazine on their desk.
Yeah, even that Catco magazine in Flash or Arrow would be awesome. Just some
you
kind
say
of connection.
Catco, I just picture the magazine with a cat on it, like Cat Fancy.
Fancy.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Hang in there.
Yeah. Cleo.
Yes.
Where can people find you?
You can find me at Cleomoto on the socials and on Twitch at the Cleomoto.
Excellent. Rachel, where can the people find you?
They can find me at Savannah17 on Twitch. On Twitter, actually, Twitch at Savannah. Ooh, no caffeine today. I know. I need caffeine.
Erica, where can the people find you?
Pretty much everywhere at Erica Rain 7.
Excellent. You can find me down below at PHENOMEDOM Phenomenon.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Oh my god! I forgot I had this.
What?
What was that? What was you were talking about? It was another show, I think.
Okay.
You can also find us and others on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube at /ASO TV Podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Till next week, when hopefully my voice comes back. See you guys later. Neil.